let's do a quick eyeshadow look. So no matter what I'm doing when it comes to eyeshadow, I always start with my brightening highlight, and I use that as a primer on my eyelid. So I just put a little bit on my eyelid, just like that, on both sides. And then I go over that with a little bit of vanilla dust. So I take my eyeshadow brush and I use the fluffy end and go right into the vanilla dust setting powder, get a little bit of that, and then I just put it as a good base. So it just helps soak up any excess oil that I have on my eyelids and just gives my eyelids or the eyeshadow a good base to sit on my eyes. Now we're gonna use these two colors today. We are using You Complete Me in Clair. So You Complete Me is a shimmer, and I'm just gonna get a little bit on my finger, just like that, and I'm gonna put it on the inner part of my eye. Really simply, and I do it about 2/3 of the way of my eyelid of that shimmer. So I always do, personally, I always do a light shimmer on the inner part of my eye. You can do a light matte too, but usually a lighter color you'll do on that inner part of your eye. Just make sure both sides match. And then I'm going to go with my eyeshadow brush and use the poofy end and go into that Clair color here and just get a little bit on it. You don't need much at all, and kind of tap it off so you don't have a lot of excess. And now we're gonna do it in the outer corner of our eye. So kind of like in a V, and you're gonna go up onto your brow bone a little bit. So if you are one that has hooded eyelids, you're gonna wanna go up on this brow bone a little bit to get a little pop of color there so that when your eyes are open, you can still see that color. So we'll do that on both sides. Now with the outer corner color, I usually go a shade or two darker or use a darker tone just to give it a little bit of pop. You can do one that's more neutral or more close to the other color too, just for a everyday eyeshadow look. So just making sure when we open our eyes that you can still see it above, right there, and you're good to go. And then what I do is I just take the eyeshadow brush and I kind of just blend it out like this to make sure there are no harsh lines between the two colors. Now, the next thing I do is I take my etch brush and I go in with the flat end, and I use Black Friday eyeliner on a daily basis. And I just get a little bit on the brush and I will line my top lash line with that. I always add eyeliner. I feel like it just kind of, you can see my eye pops just a little bit more when I'm using the eyeliner. So I like to use it on a daily basis. So we do that on both sides, just like that, and our eyeshadow look is done. So I, again, use You Complete Me in Clair. Really, really neutral, but fun. It gives me a little bit of pop of color eyeshadow look.